shaved. I don't know if anyone's going to recognize me. I mean, there might be some continuity issues from the last video. You're like, who's this guy? This guy looks completely different from the last one. What are we going to do? Dude, what the f*** are you talking about? You've made one video. No one knows who you are. You're just some fat dude who makes videos about alcohol on the internet. What? Hello. Welcome to the second episode of Hal's Hooch. Once again, I'm your host, Hal Styles, and as you can see, today I am lightly shorn. That's only to accentuate my gorgeous gut. Today we're going to do a video on something that is very near and dear to my heart. It's a very special drink that I have a personal history with. That is, of course, Krupnikas. Now, I have a history dating back to about the year 2004 with this drink. It was called Tighten Up. Now, Tighten Up was held at a Lithuanian hall in a part of Baltimore that you would never visit on purpose, somewhere in the west side. It seemed very exclusive. There was always the hipster kids there. We would go, we would listen to Motown records and old reggae and ska records, and we would get really, really drunk. Now, as the course of the night would go on, the bartenders there would start handing out these tiny little shot glasses filled with this liquor that, to me, tasted just like Christmas. It just made you feel good. It made you feel happy. And it was really strong. So I always look forward to going to Tighten Up, specifically not just for the music, but for that drink, because you couldn't find it anywhere. As the night would go on, I would always ask the bartender, what is this called? And I could barely make out what they said, and I would always forget every month. Every month I would go, I would ask, I would forget. And so as time passed, I got older and forgot about Tighten Up. Fast forward now to the year 2015. I'm visiting a whiskey tasting here in Baltimore. I go up to a particular vendor stand. Someone hands me a small drink, and instantly I'm transported back to that dance hall. Transported back, those beautiful memories I had of this sweet, delicious, spicy liquor. It was this bottle here. It was Krupnikas. So as you probably noticed from my last video, I am not just a fan of alcohol. I'm actually a big fan of history, and the history of different drinks as well. And Krupnikas is no different in the fact that it has a deep history. Krupnikas was first created in 1593 by Benedictine monks located at the Niazviz Monastery. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. I could not find anyone who could tell me the correct pronunciation of Niazviz, but that's the one we're going to go with. They created this drink back then in the 16th century. It became very popular with the nobility of both Poland and Lithuania early on. So much so that even to this day, they have records of the Polish and Lithuanian nobility's diaries where they had different varying recipes for this drink. These recipes have been passed on from generation to generation, changing, tweaking things, making it a little different over time, and to the point now where the drink that I originally had in Baltimore is actually known as Veritas or Vitatis, and that drink is slightly different from another drink called Boilo, which is very popular with the Lithuanian community in Pennsylvania. In Pennsylvania, it's more of a holiday drink. It's something that they create just around Christmas time. It's also popular in Poland, like I said, Belarus, Lithuania. There in Belarus and Poland, it's known as just Krupnik, whereas in Lithuania, it's Krupnikas, what I have here. During different times, it was not only just a beverage, it was also known as some sort of a medical tonic or a digestive medical tincture. This isn't surprising. Lots of different alcoholic beverages have been known as such over time. It's obviously bullshit. There's no real medical properties to an alcoholic beverage other than, slight a numbing effect, I guess. But this was something it was known for at different points in time. All right. So now I want to talk about the product itself here, the Krupnikas. Now, this was produced by a company called Brothers Vilgalis out of North Carolina. I'm so thankful for this company because without this company, I don't know if I'd ever be able to have this drink again. I couldn't find it anywhere else. It was only because of this tasting I went to that I even discovered that this was still around. Brothers Vilgalis not only has this product, they have a few variations on their website, things called Zaphod, Beatnik, that are kind of like a take on this drink. They're really quite tasty. I tried both of those at this tasting as well. I wish I could find those because we wouldn't be doing just a showcase of Krupnikas. We would have a few different ones here because they're all really good. But the Krupnikas here is definitely, I'd say, their premier product. Now, I want to talk about its versatility. This is kind of interesting. It's not just a holiday drink. I was mentioning that before about how it tastes like Christmas and how it's kind of used as that in parts of Pennsylvania. But I think there's a lot here with this drink. I've tried it hot, at room temperature and chilled, and it's great all three ways. In fact, I'm just gonna pour a little bit right now because I feel like tasting it. So there's a lot of different drinks that we could make with Krupnikas. Ones that come off the top of my head, you can make a mojito with, instead of maybe like a simple sugar, you could put Krupnikas in that. I'm gonna actually take a little taste of this. So good. Also, we could make like a Manhattan where you switch out the sweet vermouth for Krupnikas. Same thing with like an old fashioned. You could just throw that in there with the bourbon. A hot toddy. A hot toddy would be great. Something you could just heat up. Like I said, this is great warm. So throw that in also with some bourbon, a few other ingredients. But there is one particular drink is my actual favorite cocktail that I'm actually excited to try. I'm going to make for the first time. Something I just thought up last night. So I'm sure it's something someone else has thought of, but I want to try it. I call it a white Lithuanian. It's my take on a white Russian. Your coffee liqueur, some vodka, Krupnikas. Let me down this real quick. Delicious. And throw some ice in here. Grab the half and half. Now, with this drink, if you were to try to measure it out, I would say equal parts Krupnikas, coffee liqueur, and vodka. So a shot of each, I guess, and then top it off with as much or as little half and half as you'd like. Oh man. Yeah, delicious. A white Lithuanian, folks. Krupnikas, Kahlua, vodka. Amazing. 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 All right. Okay, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this episode of House Hooch on Krupnikas. I'm still enjoying my lovely little white Lithuanian here. Delicious. I'm going to leave you with a simple Lithuanian custom. When you had a guest in your home, if you have a bottle of Krupnikas, you are to provide them with a shot. So I'm going to do so. You need to hand the shot over. Your guest takes the shot, raises it up and says, I svekida.
I svekida.
I svekida. Go ahead. Knock it back. Come on, girl. There we go. She then hands the glass to me and I'm to do the same. Now, if you have a group of people, you're to do this until the bottle is gone. Now, we don't have the time or the livers to handle such a feat, but I will take the shot gladly. I svekida. Yeah. Woo. Delicious. Thanks for watching, everybody.